So Eat Like You Give a Fork is really a blueprint for you. It's the roadmap. It's your true north to kind of figuring out how to take care of your body. Hi, I'm Maria, otherwise known as the Fit Foodie. I'm a chef, holistic nutritionist, author, inventor, and mom. And I want to welcome you to my podcast. It's called Recipes for Your Best Life. And with every episode, I'm peeling back the onion on fitness, nutrition, health, wellness, and family. The truth is, you're the chef of your life. And for every important pillar, there's a great recipe worth sharing. So every week, we'll explore them together. Think of it as food for thought that you can really sink your teeth into. So join me, and let's squeeze the joy out of this life, because you only get one. Can I get a fork, yeah? So today, my friends, is a big day. I mean, it's a big day. This is the day that my book launches. And I can't even begin to explain what that means to me. If you've ever authored a book, you totally get what I'm talking about. I mean, it's pretty much like giving birth. And I've given birth to actual human beings twice and a business. So I'm kind of considering it my fourth child. The process of writing a book is actually a lot like cooking. You create ideas by bringing the ingredients together. You assemble them, you mix them together. You hope that they make sense and taste good. But if they don't, you have to kind of go back and adjust the seasonings, adjust the concepts, marinate on the ideas, let them sit, let them settle, let them mingle together, as we like to say in the world of cooking. And then we readjust, and sometimes it's really, really good. It tastes amazing and people love it and they tell you how much they love it. And sometimes you've got to scrap the whole thing and start over. And so this process of writing the book has been really like cooking the biggest feast of my life. It's the culmination of over 26 years of experience in the food industry. And it's not just culinary experience, it's marketing experience, it's coaching people. It's helping them with their individual journeys to the best version of themselves. And many people have lost tremendous amounts of weight. And some people didn't need to lose weight at all. Some of them just wanted to feel better, to fit in their clothes a little bit better, to be able to keep up with their grandchildren, their children, their significant other, to just feel better about their bodies and themselves during the aging process. And it's true. At every juncture of our life, we need different support. We need kind of a different recipe because our hormones have a mind of their own. And I talked a lot about that with Jeanette Bessinger in the last episode. So if you didn't hear that one, I'd really encourage you to go back and listen. So when it came time to write this book, I really wasn't about just teaching people how to cook. I mean, you can learn how to cook from the masters. I'm not a master chef, but I can really teach you how to eat. And I think that's where we have gone a little bit off the path to a more vibrant self, a better self through eating to thrive. Eat Like You Give a Fork is that manual. It's that blueprint for you. It lays out 8 core strategies that you can eat and repeat to infinity. There's no weird fasts. There's no weird, whole food groups eliminated. There's none of that. Because, gosh, life is hard enough. Sometimes you just want to eat a killer macadamia white chunk chocolate cookie. Sometimes you want that and you want to wash it down with a glass of wine. Sometimes you do. Not all the time. But when you eat better on the whole, the 90-10 rule makes all the sense in the world. And that is the 8th strategy. And perhaps the one that will give people the most ease, because it is forgiving and your body is forgiving. It really is. When you train it to eat the right type of foods and you stoke your body's metabolism in a way that you never have before, and you lower inflammation and you layer on nutrient dense add-ons that boost your nutrition and give you what you need for your cells to do a happy dance, is what I call it, then 10% of the time you can kind of eat whatever you damn well please. Just do yourself a favor and make sure it's not refined. It's not processed. It's not garbage full of a bunch of sugar, nothing of nutrient value. I mean, yes, you can have a few pieces of, your favorite ravioli, have a small bowl, have some cake at a birthday party, have your Aunt Emma's amazing brownies. Do that and enjoy it. And don't feel guilt, because there's no reason to shame that food choice. There really isn't. Your body actually wants it. Metabolic elasticity is very forgiving. Some days you eat less and some days you eat more. And on the days that you eat more, your body actually kicks it into overdrive, because it's like, yeah, I've got more I got to burn. It's not always in the state of diet where it's about restriction, restricting your calories, restricting yourself, restricting your humanity. I mean, at the end of the day, food is really about celebration. And that's the nascence of this book, is recalling my childhood and the moments that when my family would come together around the table and, we would have all of these small plates. We call them mezze in Arabic. It's kind of like tapas, or, just small plates. Nobody would ever have a big plate of their own individual food in front of them. That just wasn't in our vocabulary of food. We would have small plates, and then we'd have large platters in front of us that we would pass around. And it would be full of grilled fish, or a rice pilaf, or a beautiful green salad, or sliced tomatoes with cumin and the best olive oil. My mouth is watering talking about this, by the way. A plate of handmade feta cheese from the local dairy. So many things, so many fond memories of sharing and passing and eating and laughing and drinking and just celebrating life every single day. And those days, we would never have less than, 8 or 10 people around the table, because that's what food meant. It meant a gathering. And so Eat Like You Give a Fork is really a blueprint for you. It's the roadmap. It's your true north to kind of figuring out how to take care of your body and feed it the right way. And it starts with the taste bud reset, so that you really start to crave the foods that fuel you, bitter and sour and umami, and start to release yourself of the cravings that are associated with sweet and salty, those two that dominate most people's diets and lead them down the road to heart disease and diabetes and so many other chronic diseases that can be avoided. You crave differently, you eat differently. Your brain wags the tongue. So that's how you start, and how you finish is the 90-10 rule and being forgiving. So I wonder, in your listening to me, what your big goal is. I talk about what your BHAG is, your big, hairy, audacious goal. Because when you identify with your goal, when you have something that you're striving for, you are going to be so much more tuned in to your food and what you're putting into your mouth. It's just like anything. When you want something bad enough, I really wanted to write a book and help people and have it available in a mass setting. And today it's going to be in bookstores across the country. It's hard to wrap my head around, but my BHAG was to be able to do something big, like have a book in bookstores across the country, and dare I say, a New York Times bestseller. This is the real goal. and have my children have a legacy of this journey with them. And so what's your BHAG? Maybe you have a sports related goal. Maybe you want to run a marathon or climb a mountain or ride your bike across the country. Who knows? Make it big is all I'm saying. Reach for it. I know it sounds cliche, but reach for the moon and you'll end up again with the stars, you know? So what is it? What's your BHAG? Maybe your BHAG is just, gosh, if you could get up every morning and feel good and not have your joints ache and walk around the lake with your friends, that's your BHAG. Well, let that be it. But what I want you to do is take a piece of paper or take your phone, and I want you to write what your BHAG is. And I want you to do a screenshot of it. And then I want you to keep it as your screensaver on your phone. I know your precious kids and your significant other are probably your screensaver now, but do me that favor and take care of you for the next 8 weeks while you read the book. And hey, if you want a little bit more of a deep dive, join our 8-week program. It's the 8-week Eat Like You Give a Fork challenge. And it's a challenge for you individually. There's no awards or prizes at the end for beating anybody. It's just for you. Because when you can challenge yourself and you have your BHAG right there as your carrot, you will go places. You will change your body. You will change your mind. You will change your taste buds. It will happen, but you have to want it. You know, I lost my mom about a month and a half ago, and she had a massive stroke. She had heart disease. She had diabetes. She had a lot of things going on. She had high blood pressure. And sometimes it kills me because I wanted to do everything that I could for her to help her change her diet. But you got to want it. You've got to want it bad enough. You've got to see what could happen if you don't make those changes. And I'm not trying to scare you right now. I'm more trying to just be your friend, be in your ear. You know, you may be a person that doesn't have any weight issues. You know, some people are blessed with an incredible metabolism. They can eat whatever they want. But just remember this, food is information. And once it's digested, it's going to do one of two things. It's going to support you and help you and perhaps even heal you, or it's going to do the opposite. It's going to increase inflammation. It's going to encourage disease to settle into your body. It's going to prevent you from doing all the great things that you were put on this planet to do. And I know food isn't the only thing, but it's a big thing. And most of the diseases that are out there right now that are called lifestyle diseases that are reversible, food has everything to do with it. You can change and reprogram your DNA with food, with every bite. So just like a computer that feeds on data, you are a computer that feeds on bytes, just a different kind of byte. So join our 8-week program, you guys. I think you would get a lot out of it. We're going to start next week, but you can sign up today at eatcleaner.com. Just go to our shopping cart and you'll see the program right next to the book. Pick up the book, pick up the program, and let's do this together. I will walk you through every step of the way. You'll get videos. You'll get an Audible program that you can listen to when you're out and about at the gym, driving, taking a walk, getting ready for work in the morning or school. And then you'll also get a written component and ways to implement. And when you do the work, you make shift happen. I know you probably thought I was going to say something else, but you do that too. You make shift happen, but you have to put in the work. It won't just come to you. Your refrigerator is not going to jump up and down and automatically spout out the foods that you're supposed to eat. And if you trust eating out and going to different restaurants and cafes for your nourishment and having that be the